Hi there, it's David O in Thornhill, Ontario. Sunny Thornhill, Ontario. We're here for a little while. It's a conflicted time. We stand at the end of the 9 days, at the end of the 3 weeks, staring into the pit of darkness called Tisha B-Av. Tisha B-Av, a day that commemorates everything terrible that has happened to the Jewish nation since the destruction of the second Beis Hamikdash. Really the first as well. The tragedies, the murders, the massacres, the pogroms, the exiles, the wandering. We sit on the floor and cry. Cry for what is lost. Cry for the loss of the temple. Cry for the loss of a nearness to God. We fold every evil that's happened to us into this 24-hour fast, 25-hour fast. And yet, each year this Tisha B-Av changes. And not to recognize the change is to be ungrateful to God. In the 70 years prior to 1947-48, in the creation of the State of Israel, over 9 million Jews were killed, murdered, slaughtered, because they were Jews. And in the 70 years since that time, up to today, less than 40,000 have been killed. What's changed? What's changed is sovereignty. What's changed is the creation of the State of Israel. What's changed is the growth of a powerful military force that tells those who would consider harming Jews, you better not sleep in the same bed every night. We will reach out and deal with you. There's a price for Jewish blood now. There wasn't for over 2,000 years. It was free. No more. And the consequence of this is we as Jews should sit and mourn for what we have lost and do not have. But it's inappropriate for us not to recognize what we've gotten back and where we're headed. You know, this year, only moments ago, 2 days ago I think it was, maybe one day, a basic law with constitutional authority was passed in Israel, declaring Israel to be the home of the Jewish people, and restating the capital of Israel to be Jerusalem. And in this last year, actually let me back up a little bit. It was less than 10 years ago that Israel was perceived as a pariah state. You know, the growth of anti-Zionism combined with anti-Semitism has gone unabated. But there's something else going on at the same time. Outside of the EU, which has a long and detestable history of anti-Semitism, bloody anti-Semitism, the world is literally beating a trail to Jerusalem. to Israel. Whether it's for medical knowledge, agricultural, drip irrigation, desalinization, security, cybersecurity. This little country has become the focus of the world in a positive way. Barack Obama abandoned America's regular traditional allies and switched from Sunni to Shia loyalties, away from the Gulf states to Iran. And the Gulf states found themselves naked, no protector. And where did they turn? They turned to Israel. And as I have said before, Maimonides, Rambam, tells us that the definition of Mashiach is when the Jewish people will live at peace. Not a lack of war, but at peace. When their neighbors will recognize the benefits of partnering with this country. The time is here. And so this year, when you fast, and your tongue turns white, and you cry for all that is lost, and all those that were lost, do not forget, Tisha B-Av is a moed, actually described in the Talmud. What is a moed? A joyous time. Why is it? Because the sages of the Talmud knew that this time would come. That the time would come that would herald redemption, when Israel would become a great power again, a great innovator again, when just as there was a time when heads of state came to the throne of Solomon, seeking wisdom, seeking knowledge, seeking the way, so it is today now. Now we're not there. There's no temple. And the temple is not just something, the Beis Hamikdash, not just something made of stone. It is a meeting place between heaven and earth, between the finite and the infinite. That closeness has yet to happen. But it could. Miraculous things are happening in our time. So I beg you, as you fulfill the traditional observance of Tisha B-Av, which is about mourning and wailing and tragedy, know that it's no longer a time without hope, without a future. This Tisha B-Av is clearly part of the process of redemption. So thank God for all that we have and all that we are about to receive. I'm wishing you a happy Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom, and a thoughtful and fulfilling Moed Tisha B-Av. David Ostreicher, here in North America, thinking about home. Shabbat Shalom.